So it's now been 3.5 years since I started topical steroid withdrawal, and I wanted to recount what my experience has been like. Some of the images shown in this might be quite shocking if you think that you have TSW or you're interested to know more about it, so just prepare yourself for that. I started topical steroid withdrawal in February 2021. So from February to July, the first 6 months were nothing short of horrific about it. It is like living in a real life horror film. I chose to do no moisture treatment. It's a really intensive type of treatment. It can be quite controversial because it involves limiting your water intake. So you limit your water intake to 1.2 litres per day, and you avoid regular baths and showers. You also cease using of all topical steroids and prescription creams, as well as normal moisturisers that you might be using as well. And the idea of this is that it dries out your body and encourages your skin to start producing its own oils again. For that whole first 6 month period, I did not get one good night of sleep at all during that time. I slept for 2 or 3 hours a night max. And then I had a short period of time, 6 weeks off of work as well in the first 6 months, where I moved back to my mum and dad's house and they were caring for me full time because I could no longer do simple things like brushing my hair or getting myself dressed in the evenings and night times. I certainly wasn't able to make myself any food or do any sort of activities for enjoyment. All I could do was lay on the sofa and wait to get better, basically. Approaching the 5 month mark, my skin really, it was like all the scabs fell off and I had fresh skin underneath, and I really thought that that was it. I was feeling really positive about no moisture treatment. I was really glad with the choice that I'd made. From the 6 months to 12 months is when I decided to give up no moisture treatment, and I'll tell you why. From 6 to 12 months, so that was August to January, I stopped no moisture treatment because I went from having a full face affected to then just having patches of my face really severely affected. So I had a big patch on my cheek, which was basically just a big open wound. And I had several other patches as well around my chin area and on my eyelids as well, which were just open and weeping constantly. And there was absolutely nothing that I could do to heal those. I was back at work in the office 3 days a week. So I went into the office with a face like that for about a month or two, until it really started to grate on my mental health, and I decided I needed to get rid of it and I needed to give up no moisture treatment. I tried by putting Sudocrem on around the edges of the patch initially, like a thick layer of Sudocrem, and then I slowly closed up the patch, which was not very nice, but I got used to the smell and it did get rid of the patch in the end. However, that didn't work for any of my other patches. That only worked for that big one on my